couple of minutes. Then she would clear her throat and begin. That time it seemed as though she waited an hour before she said,
Ralph, Mr. Batchelor called on me this afternoon. I understand you have been talking with him about going away from home to work this summer.
No, I haven't. But he was talking to me about it yesterday. I just told him you might need me at home and I'd have to talk to you about it.
That's what we are up here for.
I forgot all of the things I had planned to say, and the words just tumbled out in a heap.
Well, it's $1 a day, and he said it would be 100 days, and I would be learning a trade, and...
Yes, I know. But don't you think you're a little young for learning to be a livestock trader?
Well, I'm the top rabbit dealer in Littleton now, and I could make more money if I knew how to be a cattle dealer, too,
I told her. Mother put her arm around my shoulders and pulled me close against her.
I'm afraid my little boy is growing up too fast in some ways, not fast enough in others. How much do you weigh now, son?
Well, I still weigh 72 pounds, but I've grown nearly an inch taller in the last year.
Mother let me sit up straight again and squeezed one of my legs.
My, you're nothing but bone and sinew. I do wish you could put on a little flesh.
Well, I'm stouter than most any of the other fellows in my class at school. I can lift more and squeeze tighter with my knees and right...
I know, son. But let's talk about this summer. A 12-year-old boy is entirely too young to be away from home all summer with a crew of cattlemen, particularly when they will be moving from place to place, and when there will be no woman who could take care of him in case he was sick.
It did not look as though there was very much use in trying to argue, but I wanted to go with Mr. Batchelor so much that I said,
There wasn't any woman at the YB Mountain Ranch when I worked up there 2 years ago.
Yes, I know. But you came home every weekend then, and you were never so far away that they could not have brought you home in a few hours.
But I never get sick. When have I ever been sick? Well, except when I had the measles.
Suppose you let me finish. As I was saying, a 12-year-old boy is too young for such an undertaking. But I do realize that circumstances have given you a great deal more experience than most boys of your age. And I am sure that you are enough like your father, that you will not be influenced by the roughness of the men you will be with. So I have told Mr. Batchelor that you may go. However, I have told him that you cannot go until after your school is out for the summer, and that you must be home when school opens in the fall.
If she had not dropped it so quickly, I could have acted more like a grown-up man. I did not, though. I hugged my arms around her like a little kid. Mother didn't cry, but she had tears in her eyes, and before she told me to run along, she said,
I shall worry about you, and I realize that I may be criticized for letting you go, but a boy of your age needs a man's steady hand on his shoulder.
Mr. Batchelor had a big ranch just north of Colorado Springs, and corrals and cow barns at Littleton. Lots of the people who lived on the outskirts of Denver kept a cow, but when her milk began to dry up, they would trade her to Mr. Batchelor, along with $5 or $10 for a fresh one. In that way, he got both the boot money and the calf, and everybody said he was getting rich. The trading with the Denver people was done from Littleton, usually during the fall and early spring. At the end of the seasons, Mr. Batchelor took the dry cows to his ranch, kept them there until they had calves or were about ready to, and then brought them back to Littleton for the Denver trade. In the summers, he made his headquarters at the ranch, sending trading teams far to the south and up into the mountains to trade steers, bulls, and young stock for more milk cows. Mr. Batchelor had the reputation around town of being hard and tough, and some pretty rough men hung out around his corrals, so I was surprised that Mother had said I could go away to work for him. I think there were 2 or 3 reasons why she let me do it. One was Mr. Batchelor had grown up in Texas with Hi Beckman, the foreman at the YB Ranch. Hi came to our house often, and I had heard him tell Mother, "Bat, she's hard on the outside because she's in a hard business, but he's just as soft as a woman on the inside."